Can a fish drown? It sounds odd, but the answer is yes, just not in the way humans do. Fish don't have lungs. They have gills, which extract oxygen from water. If there isn't enough oxygen dissolved in the water, fish can suffocate. Imagine being in a room with no air. You're surrounded by space, but you can't breathe. That's what it's like for a fish in oxygen-poor water. So, while drown isn't the perfect scientific term, it helps us understand the danger. Fish can be in their watery home and still struggle to breathe if conditions aren't right. This can happen for several reasons, which we'll explore. The quality of their water is everything. Oxygen is a matter of life and death. Let's dive in to see how fish breathe, what can go wrong, and why their world is more complex than it seems. Our journey starts with a simple question, but leads to a deeper appreciation for our aquatic friends. To understand how fish breathe, let's look at their gills. Gills are feathery organs hidden under a flap on each side of a fish's head. Fish constantly pump water over their gills, pulling oxygen out and releasing carbon dioxide. The gill filaments are packed with tiny blood vessels, creating a huge surface area for gas exchange. Oxygen moves from the water into the blood, while waste gases move out. This system is efficient, but it only works if there's enough dissolved oxygen in the water. If the oxygen isn't there, the gills can't do their job, no matter how hard the fish tries. That's why water quality is so critical for fish survival. What causes water to lose its breath? Overcrowding is a big one. Too many fish use up oxygen faster than it can be replaced. Dirty water is another culprit. Decaying food and waste feed bacteria, which consume oxygen as they break things down. In polluted rivers or lakes, this can lead to massive fish kills. Damaged gills from disease or chemicals also make it hard for fish to absorb oxygen, even if it's present. Stagnant water is a problem too. Without movement, oxygen doesn't mix in from the air. That's why aquariums have filters and ponds have fountains. They keep water moving and oxygenated. In nature, flowing rivers and wind-stirred lakes stay healthy because of constant mixing. When these systems break down, fish are the first to suffer. Oxygen is invisible, but its absence is deadly. Keeping water clean and moving is essential for fish to breathe. So, where does the oxygen in water come from? First, it diffuses in from the air at the water's surface, especially when wind or movement stirs things up. That's why waves, waterfalls, and bubbling filters are so important. Second, aquatic plants and algae produce oxygen through photosynthesis during the day. Sunlight powers these underwater oxygen factories, making healthy, plant-filled waters great for fish. But at night, plants use oxygen too, which can cause levels to drop. In dense plant growth, oxygen can swing from high during the day to dangerously low at night. The balance between air, water movement, and plant life keeps aquatic environments healthy. Without it, fish can quickly run out of breath. Some fish are survival experts in low oxygen waters. Betta fish, for example, have a labyrinth organ that lets them gulp air from the surface when water oxygen is low. Catfish can absorb oxygen through their skin or even their intestines by swallowing air. Corydoras catfish dash to the surface for a gulp, then extract oxygen from the air in their gut. Carp and goldfish can slow their metabolism and sip the oxygen-rich surface layer when times get tough. These adaptations let them survive where other fish would suffocate. Nature's ingenuity is on full display in these remarkable species. But even the toughest fish need some oxygen to survive. Their tricks are a last resort, not a permanent solution. Fish need more than just water. They need clean, oxygen-rich water. When fish struggle or die, it's a warning that something is wrong with the ecosystem. Pollution from farms, cities, and factories can trigger algae blooms, which use up oxygen as they decompose, creating dead zones. Climate change is making things worse. Warmer water holds less oxygen, stressing fish populations worldwide. Protecting waterways isn't just about pretty scenery. It's about keeping the conditions for life intact. Healthy fish mean a healthy ecosystem. They're food for other animals and vital to the aquatic food web. By reducing pollution, protecting wetlands, and fighting climate change, we help fish and ourselves. Every action to keep water clean and cool makes a difference. Fish are indicators of our planet's health. When we help them, we help the whole world. So can a fish drown? Yes. If their water lacks oxygen, even the best gills can't save them. Their survival depends on the quality of their environment, which we influence. Whether you care for a goldfish or the world's oceans, the lesson is the same. Clean, moving, oxygen-rich water is essential. For pet owners, that means regular water changes, good filtration, and not overcrowding tanks. On a bigger scale, it means supporting clean water policies and protecting natural habitats. Every small action helps keep fish and our planet healthy. Next time you see a fish, remember the invisible work it does just to breathe. Let's promise to keep their world safe, clean, and full of life-giving oxygen.